Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, I'm JC. And today's video is just going to be a bit of an update, a challenge update on my 75-90 challenge, which is a combination of my version of the 75 soft or medium for writers and a bit of a, well, I wasn't going to do the whole 6 months life change challenge, but 90 days. So I'm trying to find where I have visual aids. Spoiler alert, I'm not doing so great on this challenge. The only thing I'm actually managing to keep up with, which I guess is the most important thing, is that I am writing Monday through Friday. Is it the 2K words that I want a day? Not quite. It's at least 1K most days. And when I started this challenge, I had an editing goal of editing 2 chapters or at least 1 a day. But I am in a different phase of editing that doesn't necessarily go by chapters per se. So I'm not entirely sure how to count that. I didn't factor that in. I didn't factor in finishing the bigger edit part and getting to the crutch words, because that's not really a chapter by chapter. Well, I guess it kind of is, because I am kind of taking this by chapters, if you will, when I go through the crutch words. But well, the ones that are a lot. I only realized, like right before hitting record to film this, that I've completely forgotten about the whole social media part of this goal. And I did not mean to. Social media is just never really fresh on my mind on a daily basis, which was the point of putting the goal in there, because I wanted to improve my thought process towards posting on a more regular basis. I mean, I still have my scheduled posts that go out every day, except for Sundays, that I schedule at the beginning of each month, or at the end of the month prior, whichever, you get what I mean. But I was supposed to be doing 4 to 5 posts extra Monday through Friday a day. I think I might have kept that up for the first week. Okay, where did I leave off? This is why I rarely ever get second videos made. Interruptions. But I was talking about the social media part, and I was supposed to do 4 to 5 extra posts per day, Monday through Friday. And I think I stuck to that for about the first week. And then it wasn't that I intentionally didn't do it, I literally just forgot about it. And yes, I know it's staring at me, but technically it hasn't been staring at me, because what's actually been staring at me is this, which is the schedule that I had created for myself, which I also have not stuck to. But you know, that's a whole nother issue. If we guessed I'm really not great at sticking to routines, it's fine. But all in all to say, I haven't given up just yet. We're only halfway through the challenge. I say only as if that's not a huge portion, but it is. But I'm working on trying to get back on track. As far as the 90-day part of it, which technically we are not at the halfway point yet, but I'm doing worse on that side than on. I only had 3 main goals on the 75 side for the writing challenge. I'm doing worse on the other side, because I was supposed to do 25 minutes of physical activity. Granted, I've been trying to leave the house more, but that doesn't always work out either, because circumstances, and it makes no sense to go anywhere if I can't actually go anywhere, as far as have gas in the car. And working out, I may have hurt myself the first week trying to do the 25 minutes. It's fine. which is why I did make a decision that in September I'm going to try to maybe get a membership at Planet Fitness again, to see if I can go in and schedule to work with a trainer who may have experience in working with people with disabilities and chronic illnesses and mobility issues, and can help me get back on track physically without me further injuring myself. Because the goal is to get better and progress, not to injure myself further and regress. So I do stretches. I don't do nothing, but I don't do what I had intended as my physical 25 minutes a day challenge. I stretch because it's on my Finch app to stretch. I do stretches, but I know stretches aren't enough. But I didn't want to not do anything. So I'm not necessarily counting that, because that was not what I intended when I said 25 minutes of physical, but I am at least stretching. So, and I have not yet found myself a therapist, but I did find a rheumatologist. I cannot say that I started regular appointments because I can't get into the first appointment until December, because that is the soonest that they are seeing new patients. But I did schedule an appointment for a rheumatologist, one that's within range that won't kill my gas tank trying to get to. As far as starting to go to sleep by 4:30 a.m., I have backtracked on the sleep thing. I have gone back to going to sleep at 6 a.m. and beyond, and it was not my intention. I did not mean to, but so I'm not done good on that. I have not done 3 lessons of anything a week, even though that was my intention. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's not being fair to myself. I have done like little marketing. I did a webinar last week. I did some marketing. I've watched some videos on marketing. But I don't know that they would count as classes. And I've been watching quite a bit of marketing videos lately. I don't know if that counts. That wasn't my intention though when I wrote this. I was supposed to do like master classes, or I still haven't even finished the Brandon Sanderson class yet. So there's that. But I haven't given up, as I said. Reading, I'm supposed to do at least 2 45-minute sprints of reading. I have not done it. I'm also supposed to read 5 pages a day of nonfiction, and I have not. I did that for like the first 2 weeks. And then I just kind of forgot, which is terrible because I need to get back into my nonfiction. I like nonfiction. I don't have anything against nonfiction. I've just really been heavily into reading fiction lately, like just fiction, and I'll do better. And then I have done better at doing my hobbies, which is crochet and coloring. Have I done a concentrated 2 hours? No. I've been more kind of watching TV and like my police procedural programs, and I've just gotten back into, well, not back into, but rewatching Murder, She Wrote. And my daughter and I, we watch old game shows sometimes on the weekends. Some reason she likes the old game shows, and I don't get it, but sure, whatever. That's where I stand on my challenge, and I know it's not a good place, but I'm not giving up. I still have 30 something more days of this challenge on the 75 hard end, and more than that on the other side. So I am not giving up, and I have entertained the thought of possibly attempting this again in the new year. Maybe when things are a little better. Maybe they won't be better, but maybe I will be more concentrated on sticking to the challenge. But I have discovered something that's been helpful writing wise, but I'll discuss that in a different video. And it's the wheel. I did an experiment, and I think it might have worked. I don't know that it fits in with the challenge because I've hit some days I've hit my 2K words. I've at least gotten 1,000 words. Um, but I am writing more, and I am writing in more projects, which was part of most of the goal of doing the 75 medium for Writers Challenge. It was also to finish the editing of When Love Calls, which I have not totally finished it. I finished the big parts, but there's still the crutch words and the read through. Excuse you. The read through and the proofread and sending it to more betas, and because I sent the other version to betas, but I haven't sent this version to betas, and I am coming to the conclusion that I most likely will not be publishing When Love Calls this year because there's only 4 months left in the year, and I don't want to rush a release just to say I published a book in a year. I want it to be done. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, obviously, but I want it to be done to the best of my ability. And a part of doing this challenge was to get myself to the stage of publishing When Love Calls sooner. And it has helped in that, but it also has made me realize that I cannot feasibly publish this book this year. Not, I could, but I don't know that I would feel like it's my best effort if I rush to publish it, because there's no way I can publish it in September or even October. So we're looking at November, December, possibly, maybe, and it just feels rushed. But maybe sometime early in the new year. I'm just apparently not one of those writers that can crank out multiple books in a year, I guess. And in the case of this year, apparently none. But, you know, I'm hoping to make some strides in my writing routine and creating and developing a better writing routine for myself. Yeah, so that is where I stand at the moment on my 75-90 challenge. I wish I could say I was doing better, but I will say that I am doing the best that I can at the moment. And I also will say that I have the other half to try to make more progress and get even better at it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gotta remember the social media. Maybe I should put that on my bench app so I can actually remember, because it hasn't been that I've purposely not done it. Social media is not in my mind. It's not my go-to. It's not something I think about regularly, so I forget, which is the point of me scheduling posts at the end of each month for the next month, because if not, I would probably never post anything, so I forget. But the point was to get more diligent at posting in real time, and I'm gonna work on getting better at that the second half of this challenge. But let me know in the comments how you're doing on your challenges, whether it be the 75 hard for writers, 75 soft or medium, 6 months to change your life, 185 insane, all the words August, any of the challenges that you might be doing. Let me know how you're doing. And that's it. That is where I stand. And that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Post videos on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as per usual, if you would like to be supportive of me in any of my creative efforts, such as my blog, my online magazine, my online store with writer merch, becoming a member on my Patreon, tipping me on my Ko-fi, buying my books on Amazon, or reading them in Kindle Unlimited, all of those links can be found in the description box below. And until next time, take care of yourselves and have a blessed day. Bye.